My disability is depression. So one of the coping mechanisms I learned is to base my daily performance on how I did that day with the disability. Because I can't perform high, perfect, 100% every day, all day. But if I'm giving it the 100% for that day of where I'm at with my disability, I'm proud of myself at the end of the day. So it's really about just self-accomplishment and acknowledgement. I worked at McDonald's for 4 years, Kohl's for 4 years, and then I was a bank teller for about a year. I actually knew someone that worked at Peckham and told me that I should try it and see if I liked it. So I applied in Charlotte, and I just kind of stuck since. And I had never sewn before. I didn't realize I was good at it, and it's actually a skilled job, so that was pretty cool to find that out. I learned how to sew the entire line and became a team lead. After I did that, I came to Lansing and learned some of the garments they were sewing here, went back to Charlotte and taught the other team members how to sew it. I helped with inspection and learning all the measurements and getting the clearing to continue to sew. I was offered another job at Wheelan Design. I tried it out. They ended up going back to Indiana. So I came back to Peckham, and I was actually offered a job in Lansing. I started as a sewer again on the green jacket. I did that for a couple months, and then I applied for a team lead position. I branched out and learned other lines. I became a trainer after that, and I took my level 4 test. We had to take classes to get the Master Craftsman certification with the Labor and Board Division. After I did that, I became a trainer 2, and I started making videos of myself sewing. They would use them as the training videos. It gave me a chance to step back and learn how the stuff goes together better and strengthen my technique in sewing and work with some of the people I wouldn't normally get to work with, like the design team and stuff. So it was really nice. After I did that, I started teaching some of the level 4 classes as well. I was trained by the mechanics so that I could also help fill in with that. I've worked in almost every building. I went to Flint when they started sewing Patagonia, and I sewed off on all their machines and got the approval from Patagonia that everything was right. I taught them how to sew it, and then there wasn't any upward mobility with the levels of sewing, and I was ready for something different. They teach team members all the time, you got to advocate for yourself. That is true, because I've been there, I've experienced it. There's nothing that Peckham's told me no, I cannot do. At the time, my VSS, Kat Thompson, she encouraged me to try out for the laundry supervisor, and I did. I ran 3 departments there. I ran the shipping and receiving, the laundry, and the assembly. I wanted to keep broadening my learning, and so I applied for here and I got this position. I am the receiving supervisor, but since I started here, I like to continue to take on responsibilities, so I'm also the forklift trainer. I am helping with doing all the inventories and the audits and stuff like that. And my next step is I would like to become a manager eventually. And where it goes from there, I'm not sure, because I'm still young enough that I have plenty of time in the future. If I wanted to continue to move up, I'm sure I could. I've worked for the company for a long time, and I've had the great support. And the big thing that I tell people is, if you don't ask, you're not going to know. There's so many programs and supportive things that Peckham have that people don't take advantage of because they didn't take the time to ask. In the last couple years, I've actually took 168 classes through Peckham. When I started, I was young, and it was a paycheck. It wasn't a career, because that was my mindset. And as I grew and became more responsible, I realized that Peckham had everything I needed to grow and to keep learning and doing things that made me comfortable. Because if I was not at Peckham, I probably wouldn't be in a supervisor position because I didn't have the structure or tools or the support. Peckham has helped me grow because it has given me the opportunity to continue upward mobility, and on top of that, give me the opportunity to fail. Because a lot of people think when you're moving up that you never make mistakes. You do. Tom Minnick is great. If you make a mistake and you fail, it's okay. We're going to learn from it. We're going to build from it. We're going to continue to grow from it. And that's my biggest thing.